It started in May of 1943 with American soldiers bailing out of a flaming B-17 bomber over the coast of France. For Lieutenant James Bud Wilschke and his fellow airmen, this was just the beginning of a long journey out of Nazi-occupied Europe.
What follows is a tale of escape and evasion and courage. Bud's niece was able to tell his story with the help of items found in a box that he left behind after he died. Barbara Wojcik and her husband Jim rode Bud's jacket. An American flyer evades the Nazis in occupied France. And good morning to both of them this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is an incredible story. So did you have any idea of what had gone on in France before finding this box?
Not the slightest inkling, other than my dad had told me in 1983 that, Uncle Bud had been shot down over France and he made his way to Spain. And that was the only thing I had known about it.
So you found these items in a box, and tell us about some of those items that you found that led you to decide to put this book together.
Well, actually, I called my cousin Jim Wilschke Jr., Bud's eldest son, and said, "Tell me the story about your dad, please." And he's the one who had the box. It was in his storage unit, or in his basement, for several years after his dad died, and he hadn't gone through it yet. And I asked if I could go through it. So he just handed over the whole collection to me, and I started sifting through it and putting it together almost like a puzzle to track where he had been and when.
And I understand that one of his friends who was with him, serving alongside him, also had a box that actually helped you reconstruct some of the things that had gone on.
Yes, actually, Bob Neal, he was the navigator. They hadn't known each other before they got on the plane together. Wow. They were not part of a set crew. Okay. So they both landed safely, and they were brought together by the French helpers. And then they traveled through France together, hiding from the Nazis.
And Jim, you helped write this book as well. You're one of the co-authors?
Yes, I got to help Barbara later on as the details were already fleshed out. She built all the structure, she did all the research, but then I was able to help tell the story.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So did you interview any other World War II veterans as part of your research?
I have been in contact with World War II veterans, but not specifically about this story itself. All the main players had passed away many years ago.
What struck you about some of the things that you discovered along the way? Just also, of course, the bravery that was involved in what went on during World War II among so many of the veterans. What struck you the most? What story, as you were discovering more and more things when you went to France, what just struck you the most?
We went to France in 2017 to honor the men who were in the plane, crashed at the site. Mm-hmm. But we were really struck by how grateful the French citizenry are still to Americans about the Americans coming and the Allies coming and helping to save France from the Nazis. That was really striking, don't you think?
Yes, they treated us so warmly.
Nice.
The other thing that I really found myself working on was the 6 men who died in the plane. 4 survived, including my uncle, but 6 died at the crash. To me, that became very important to let the families know what had happened, how their relative had passed away, and the circumstances of the death. One of the other airmen who died on the plane, Johnny McFarland, I have his photo here. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
He is also a North Side Chicago boy, and he died that day. And I was able to contact his family and let them know that there's a memorial in France with Johnny's name on it. And the only thing they had known before that was that he had died. He had been shot down over France. So that was very gratifying to let the families know.
Well, a really fascinating story here with a strong Chicago connection.
Yeah.
Budsjacket.com is the website. You
Yes.
can get all the information there in the book. Barbara and Jim, thank you so much for joining us this
Thank
morning.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.